Once again, everybody, we're, in a bit of a situation. My name is Mitsumadoi, I am a forensic scientist from the world of mysteries, and this is the Somnium Files. With all the bloodshed that implies. Hi boss, you have any thoughts on what just happened? When last we left off on our little adventure, we questioned the popular net idol, and I'm going to keep calling her a VTuber, even though she's technically not a VTuber, because, like, I mean, come on. Really? Anyway, Aset and her creepy, obnoxious fanboy, Ota. We thought we were starting to build a case against Miss Sagan, when all of a sudden, someone live-streamed her missing an eye. Which did put a bit of a crimp in our investigation. But, since I know from prior experience we don't really have anything in this room, I guess we'd better start just digging around elsewhere. Let's begin with, are our people actually, you know, still alive? Because that seems important.
They were taken to Central Hospital.
Well, good for them.
Ota's surgery went well. He's in treatment now.
That's too bad. Oh, Oda, of all the people who could have survived, why did it have to be you?
He's stable, nothing life-threatening.
You know, he doesn't look stable. Doesn't act stable either. No, I don't care that he was stabbed in the abdomen. That doesn't make him a good person. I've been stabbed in the abdomen. Do you think I get off, like, you know, chalking it up every time I want a raise? No. No, I don't. It's not that simple. Life doesn't work that way, little boy. And another thing, why are you so short? You're not actually a little boy. You're in your, like, mid to late 20s, early 30s. I don't remember. What are you? What sort of an absolute monstrosity are you? 24. That's not... I mean, that's not good, don't get me wrong. Just, you know, from your face and your voice, I would have called something more along the lines of, you know, somewhere in the early teens, maybe?
Iris, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of important blood vessels in your eye. A majority of people who lose their eyes don't survive. That's real science for you.
Is she still in surgery?
I mean, that plus the shock.
Yeah.
Iris's left eye was forcibly removed. Because the optic nerve is connected to the brain, the surgery will take some time to complete.
It's no good. We're gonna have to operate. Alright. Have you, talked to their respective parents?
Of course.
Of course.
Hitomi's at the hospital, waiting for the surgery to finish.
It has to be expected.
And Mayumi?
She was at the hospital earlier, waiting for Ota to get out. I think she went back home to get some clothes and things for Ota's hospital stay.
Alright, anyone who moves in a story like this without absolute medical necessity is concerning.
Date, last night, Mayumi left the diner to chase after Iris and Ota. Perhaps she knows something.
Yeah, she might.
Well, that's one lead at least.
Let's listen to Mayumi's story.
And she doesn't seem important enough to be a liar. Can I maybe convince you to share a bit more about the fishery?
You should ask Aiba about that.
Yes, I have already done some research.
Well, I can't talk to Aiba. She's not present in the world as an interactable object. Unlike you, who seems quite alright being objectified.
Okiura Fishery is owned by the Okiura we know.
Okay, that checks out.
Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
Right, the more we learn, the more it sounds like the culprit is deliberately targeting Renju's associates. 3 victims does seem like a pattern.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju.
You mean besides the fact that it's got his name on the front? It strikes me as a connection no matter how you slice it.
The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died.
17 years? That's not really an important length of time, I don't think.
Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
Was it 9 persons, perhaps? Eh? No, it's not.
So it's a coincidence the criminal chose that location?
And I'm by it.
Unknown.
You don't get to talk like a robot sometimes, Iba. Pick a lane. A bookshelf, you're useless to me. Alright. Do the Okiura people have anything to say about this?
They're giving statements at HQ right now.
I don't know why I expect anything from this. They don't have names, which means they're not suspects, and if they're not suspects, they probably only communicate in generic NPC dialogue.
The line is pretty long.
You could just talk to Mizuki.
Right. She's part of the Okiura family too. Oh, speaking of. Hey boss, did you end up sending anyone to take care of Mizuki yesterday?
Jeez, you're finally getting around to asking that?
Look, there's no time limit, I just gotta select all the dialogue options in the order that makes the most sense to my brain. Get off my dick. Honestly. God, he looks so disappointed.
Yes, she's fine. I had one of our new recruits take her. She took her back to your house, so Mizuki should still be there.
Alright, that's 2 leads.
So Mizuki's at home.
It's unusual.
And I'm fairly certain she's furious with you.
That's not.
After leaving her alone with Mama, I mean.
Alright, are we lucky enough to get any actual usable evidence this time?
It's still ongoing, but they haven't found anything of note yet.
That's easy.
Date, Iba, go to the warehouse again and investigate.
That seems like the obvious solution.
You two might be able to find some useful clues.
And one last thing. Congressman Sejima. Too important to ignore, but not visibly connected to this case in any way.
So,
Quite a
Sejima?
conundrum.
He was in Iris' Somnium yesterday.
Right. But Iris says she's never met him.
Why not ask So about it?
You think he'd talk to us?
So lives in Azabu, right? I guess I could.
Probably gonna have to save that until after we've got some serious evidence, though. Boss is sitting on top of her desk. From this angle, it looks like you should be able to see up her skirt. But you can't. Not that I would want to. Date. I'm so upset I have to live in your head. Is this what Iba feels like? God, Iba, I'm so sorry. Anyway, we should probably leave this place.
Alright, boss.
Leave
Go and
this
investigate all this.
place.
Got it. We're counting on you.
I just want to let you all know, good luck. We're all counting on you.
Let's go, Iba.
Roger that.
Alright. Where to? Well, I'd like having physical evidence to confront suspects with before we talk to them. So let's go to the crime scene and work our way out. I kinda lost it there. Anyway, they can't show timestamps anymore because they don't know what order we're going in. But enough of that, we have a warehouse to visit.
2 cars.
Sitting in a hot tub, 5 feet apart.
These cars have been parked here since before 3:17 a.m.
Does that mean they are not related to the case?
1 van and 1 station wagon.
They're going an awful lot of detail for it. Look at the building. A cold storage warehouse became the scene of a horrible crime this morning. Who could have imagined such an obviously suspicious building would ever matter? Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Alright. Is our boy around here anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Maybe he's inside. You know what's not outside, though, is a whole shitload of water. The water of Tokyo Bay. It's probably horribly polluted.
Date, look! The School of Mullet!
God, I haven't seen a mullet since the 80s.
And
Aren't the fish so cute?
They look delicious, probably. There's a school of mullet in the water, but it has nothing to do with the case. Don't think that's your decision to make. But anyway, this is the song right after the crime scene. It's the story of Date and I. They tried to kill me with a forklift. Huzzah. There's nothing special about it, though. Colonel. I'm in the box.
what's in the box?
What's the box? What's the box? What's in the fucking
It
box?
looks like a person.
Okay.
What?
No, never mind. It's a silicone doll,
I don't want to think about silicone dolls right now, thank you.
in the shape of a woman.
Oh, I see.
You would. What does have anything to do with the case? Is it this crane? The crane. If we fold 999 more, we can make a wish.
Can you please move the crane?
Date, please shut up.
Oh, stop.
This crane is towering. There's a Moyle can.
It looks like that girl Reika from the cabaret club in Nakamaguro.
It looks nothing like her.
I don't know, I see there's you see there's her nose. There's her eye, there's her hair, there's some kind of force field. A red barrier line wraps around the scene. If you touch it without permission, it will bisect you. In the old days, they used to use yellow caution tape for this. Now I've got cheap hologram technology that can do the job even better. Oh, sometimes we use good old-fashioned yellow tape. You know, when we don't have the budget for stuff like this. Warehouse is all in a line. I'm surprised they survived the last Godzilla attack. The cops from the head office examined everything. I couldn't find anything useful. Stashed containers. I don't know, they're not that stacked. Hologram barrier, alright. Let's look at something that's actually of consequence. Good evening, officer. Police officer asked him about the investigation, but there's been no progress. Alright. Well, vans are more stereotypically suspicious, but that station
Who owns
wagon
the
is
van?
also here.
The Matsushita family.
Alright, that explains that.
It appears as though it was used for transporting ingredients and supplies.
I mean, she's a mom, of course she owns a van. The fact that it's white is a bit suspicious, though.
Tessa, wait! I'll get the car.
Quickly, to the automobile.
Ota's fingerprints were found on the steering wheel and gearshift.
Ota.
Iris's fingerprints were found around the passenger seat.
Well, she wasn't driving there. That's still not proof that she couldn't if she wanted to.
Those were the only prints recently made.
Was there anything else found inside the car?
There was one thing.
Alright, this is probably the important bit. You should have led with this.
What was it?
Ota's cell phone.
Oh, I finally got it.
The one he purchased 2 days ago in Akihabara. It slid under the driver's seat.
Was he in a hurry? I mean, I guess that makes sense in a sort of video game narrative-y way. Something about it just doesn't sit right in the pit of my stomach.
Where's the phone now?
Its data is being inspected and evaluated.
So we just gotta wait. My least favorite part of the job. The van owned by the Matsushita family. Ota's fingerprints were found in the driver's seat, and irises were found in the passenger seat. Ota's cell phone fell under the driver's seat. I mean, like, I'm just saying, if I wanted to plant a phone and not have it look like it was planted, that's probably where I'd put it. Is the station wagon.
This
Is
station
this?
wagon is a stolen car.
Well, that doesn't help us any.
Stolen.
Last night, the owner of the vehicle reported it stolen. It was stolen at 10:33 p.m. yesterday. The theft occurred in Fuchu, Tokyo, in the parking lot of Famisto, a convenience store along Koshu Highway.
Fammi store.
The Famisto parking lot, huh?
Sounds like a pure crime of
The car was
opportunity.
stolen while the owner was shopping inside the store. The vehicle's engine was on.
You sloppy bitch, you should have known better.
The doors might have even been unlocked, which would have made the theft easy for the culprit.
Who took the car?
Ota Matsushita.
Of course he did.
What?
Ota got into the car and drove off.
Probably did it right in front of a security camera or something too. Damn it, Oda, you aren't even good at being useful.
The security cameras at the convenience store caught the entire incident.
Of course they did.
Ota's fingerprints were also found on the steering wheel of that car.
Jesus, you didn't even wipe? But he doesn't wipe down there after using the toilet either.
There is no doubt that it was Ota.
The stream of the polar bear started around 3 a.m.
Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Correct. About 10 minutes later, Ota appeared on screen.
You know, it didn't feel like 10 minutes when we were watching it. Suppose the only real question left at this point is... why would Oda steal a car if he already had one?
Ota stole the car at 10:33 p.m.
That's quite a while beforehand.
That makes 4.5 hours until he appeared on screen.
I cannot find anything in the vicinity that could be a clue.
Yes, well, that's why I'm the playable character.
Me either. Let's check inside the warehouse.
Alright. Alright, how much blood are we gonna have to clean up here? What-a-what-ow.
Wow, it's cold in here.
It is a cold storage
The
building.
air conditioners have stopped. However, the insulation in the walls has kept the room temperature close to what it was this morning.
So the crime scene will be well
I should
preserved.
finish this investigation before I freeze to death.
Yeah, that would be tragic.
Well then, you had better get started.
Alright. Investigation startle. Got me? Alright. Chat, you know what to say. Hey kids, if you know the words, sing along. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good one, Date.
Oh, we have fun here, don't we, folks?
Have I asked you before?
Yeah.
Wait, give me a second. It's coming back to me.
It's Kyle.
It has something to do with glass?
Where are you getting this from? I have a pretty unique name.
I mean, yeah, you only share it with, like a billion anime characters.
Do you remember now?
Cartman... Calvin, it's something in the neighborhood. Come on, give me a second.
Yeah, I think I've got it. It was 3 syllables. Something like 6 letters long.
You remember all that, but not my name?
What's your name?
You still don't know.
No, not yet, but I've almost got it. 3 syllables, 6 letters.
3 plus 6 is 9. Creel Pharmaceuticals building is across the street from here.
Kodaka. Right?
Not even close.
That's a whole other guy.
Do you want me to just tell you?
No, give me a hint.
It starts with Ka.
Starts with Ka, 3 syllables, 6 letters.
It's Kadaka. There we are.
You're making this sound like a riddle.
A riddle I've already cracked, thank you very much. Eto.
Is it Kanaiza?
And he looks at me, and I look at him.
Yeah, sure, man. That's my name.
Alright, nice to meet you. His name is Kaniza. Probably born between June 22nd and July 22nd. It's my friend, Kaniza. We get a lot out of each other, don't we, Kaniza?
Yeah, wish it were under better circumstances.
Aww. We're friends. Friends who only bond over our shared love of working at crime scenes for money.
Bet you're not a girl. This could be the start of something.
We get along so well.
Yeah, thinking the same thing.
Sexual tension is unbearable. Come on. Center your aim properly. Look him dead in the eyes, and... You got family, Phil?
No, unfortunately I live alone. With a job like this, I don't really get the chance to meet new people.
God, he's so relatable. He just like me, for real.
Once this case is wrapped up, how about you and I go to a cabaret club together?
That would be your idea of a first date, wouldn't it?
Hey, now you're talking.
I mean, he is legally talking, yes?
You're buying, right?
Sure, I'll expense it.
I recorded that conversation.
Damn, she just like me. For real.
I will be sending it to the boss later.
Boss. Nah, Big Boss would probably be all on board getting a cabaret club on board, Mother Base.
On second thought, why don't we split it?
Aw, lame.
Man, Dante, you're a shitty friend and a shitty boyfriend. Alright, I'm out of funny bits, dude. Can we talk about the actual crime now?
No, nothing so far.
Oh gee, thanks, you're so helpful. How about you, Lucifer? You got any bits?
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
Okay, we know Oda isn't actually the culprit. He's nowhere near smart enough to pull that off.
Yeah, some engineer from NRIPS created a jacket lined with heating wires.
Some engineer from the Nintendo Rest in Peace service? My god, you've been working for Sega this whole time.
That keeps me warm. Nice, right? All the cops and inspectors around here are wearing them.
And they didn't share one with me. How upsetting. Alright. Well, we can see the culprit tried to kill him with a forklift. Hooray! Can't say anything special about it.
There
On
are
the
only a few items on the shelf.
They're restrained enough that they're easy to investigate. They're probably important.
Is this warehouse not in use?
I thought it was abandoned. That was the reason the culprit picked it, no? Can't find any leads on the shelf. You've heard of Elf on the shelf, now get ready for evidence on the shelf. A hook is hanging from the ceiling crane. Cool, huh? Alright, this bloodstain is bothering me. Just let me look at it already. That must be Oda's blood. I hope it is not Chris's blood. That's where he was stabbed and went down. Here we have the ice cutting machine.
That machine is used to cut ice.
And people in a pinch.
We have gathered testimony from the workers regarding it. This has always been in the warehouse, so the suspect did not bring it here.
Be a hell of a thing to transport.
Any fingerprints?
Nothing.
And the culprit was wearing a full bodysuit. Probably not very maneuverable, but if you don't need it to be, it'll work out fine.
No fingerprints have been found at the scene at all. This entire warehouse is clean.
It's not us. Our hands are clean. Clean.
I see.
Which is impressive, seeing as how you're down an eye. An ice cutting machine. It's been here a while, so it wasn't moved. He
The
tried
tires
to
of the
kill.
forklift are clearly frozen to the ground.
So this one wasn't used, but the fact that they didn't say anything about the other one means that it's possible it was used.
It hasn't been moved in a long time. What are you thinking?
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Nothing. It just seemed noteworthy.
Ah, the curious incident of the forklift in the nighttime, eh? Forklift is stopped. It looks like it hasn't been moved in years. I don't know if this has anything to do with what happened this morning. Wait. Snake? Is that you? There's a cardboard box on the floor. There's nothing in it, okay. It was a clever decoy. A wooden box on the shelf. It's empty. Like my soul. That length of twine isn't anything. But these shelves have boxes on them. I asked the cop on the scene and he said there wasn't anything special in them. There's a dark spot over there. The shadows on the left catch my eye. The shadow! The shadow! The shadow. Alright. Enhance. Enhance. Luigi, look, it's square.
There's something there.
You should go pick it up.
Yeah, that would be the most sensible thing to do.
I recognize this.
I see squares all the time. I'm looking at one right now.
An Odoroki Man chocolate.
Chocolate. Chocolate? Did you just say chocolate? Chocolate? Chocolate! It's delicious chocolate. Man, now I'm hungry.
You've been collecting them for 3 years. Each chocolate contains a special sticker inside.
Collect them all and you get a free chocolate.
Years ago, you started buying them for Mizuki, but eventually, you got hooked on them.
Tale as old as time.
Even after Mizuki lost interest, you kept buying them.
Look, I need to keep my brain sugar up or I won't be able to solve the moitas. You wouldn't know, you don't have a soul.
That's a bittersweet memory.
Oi, puns.
The Odoroki Man chocolate.
And what's it doing here at this crime scene?
Why is this here?
Perhaps we can use it as a clue. Let's investigate further.
Alright, what's
A
all
video
this?
camera and laptop.
Yeah, that explains it.
This is what the criminal used to stream.
Man, talk about a low-tech setup. Never gonna get any clicks at this rate. I mean, not that I know anything about getting clicks.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
Ah yes, the thrift store. The greatest threat to society known to man.
I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse.
Yeah, they even get Wi-Fi from the abandoned warehouse districts. But not at my local grocery store.
Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Of course. Is that all we had to work with? Starting to look like it.
Oh, it's freezing.
Date, we're at our limit. We've examined everything of interest here. Let's go elsewhere.
So, we found a chocolate at the crime scene. That's interesting, and moreover, it was tucked off in the shadows. Well away from all the actual stuff of interest. Does that mean anything? It's gotta mean something, but I can't for the life of me figure what. Alright. Next. It's probably too optimistic to assume that Ota and Iris are both awake already. Let's visit Matsushita Diner while we still know Mayumi is there. Do you like my car? Because I think it's kind of a piece of crap. Hello, sir, I'm home.
Who might you be?
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
You know, Date doesn't seem like the sort of guy whose face you'd forget. Minor shit like that is the sort of thing you gotta keep in mind. What do we make of this? What do we make of that? Do you have some sort of memory disorder? You do look like a decrepit old granny, despite your actual age.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
The fact that the game isn't drawing attention to it only makes it more suspicious.
My name is Kaname Date.
I carry a badge.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with?
Can I have this disposable chopstick? I could easily lock a room with one of these. Actually, there's a window. Maneki Neko. You have anything to say about this place? It's the kitchen, I pass the counter. Is there some pepper? I can't look at the pepper. A beer ad on the wall. Because God knows if there's one thing that's difficult to sell in a diner, it's beer. Alright, I've made my point. It's Mayumi, Ota's mother. She has a picture frame next to her. I cannot look at the picture frame. That's upsetting. So, you, done packing yet?
Packing? What are you talking about?
I thought you came here to pack some of Ota's things for his hospital stay.
God, my God, he's screaming at me right now.
Ota? At the hospital? My boy's fine. You shouldn't say things like that to a mother.
Okay. Sorry, my brain appears to have stopped. Can you elaborate on the
Last
world?
night? What time?
Before 10 p.m.
Oh, I was already asleep by 10.
Okay, we have, like, actual physical evidence that's not
You
true.
were sleeping? That can't be.
Ota.
Alright, you're playing dumb, but not that dumb.
You left the diner to chase after Ota and Iris.
I mean, you shouldn't be.
I saw the whole thing with my own left eye.
Left eye? Not both your eyes?
I mean, what sort of doofus uses both their eyes? That's so inefficient. Miss Mayumi, why do you hate the environment? Captain Planet's gonna kick your ass someday.
Well...
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't go anywhere last night. I was asleep. I was dreaming.
Dreaming?
Yes, a very nostalgic dream.
God, we're gonna have to sink into you at some point. Cause that sounds absolutely filthy. Yeah, there.
It was when my son had just started elementary school. I had Ota run an errand for me, and he was taking so long, and I was waiting.
You know, funny thing, he's the exact same height he was back then still.
My husband said it was nothing to worry about, but I couldn't take it anymore and went to look for him. I found him at a traffic signal, crying. He said he couldn't come home because the signal was still red.
I love that story.
But it was one of those crossing signals you have to push. That boy didn't even notice it. He just stood in front of that red light.
What a dumbass.
So stubborn. So stupidly honest.
Do you have to be honest to not notice a button on a traffic signal?
That's my Ota. He was so cute. I couldn't help it.
So, what's with the photo?
Oh, this?
As Mayumi spoke, she turned the photo towards me. We didn't have the budget to animate it, but that's what happened, I swear.
This is a family photo from when Ota was still small. Why
does your late husband have a Hitler mustache?
I wanted to look at it again. I'm a horrible mother.
I mean, with a boy like that, how could you not be?
I've always caused trouble for my husband.
This entire video has just been me slagging off on Oda. I'm sorry. I don't, take back anything I said, but,
They've helped me so many times. I am such a burden, but
She don't want to be a burden.
they were always smiling. They were so kind. I remember a gift they gave me one Mother's Day. They knew how much I liked floral patterns.
So they got you an entire greenhouse.
So they gave me this apron and a kitchen knife. Oh, I was so happy. I was crying and smiling, and that's what this photo is from. It's kind of embarrassing, but isn't it such a nice photo?
I mean, it's got, you know, a decent layout. Good depth of field. Unfortunately, it is very brown, so it would probably not make much money.
Yes, that's very nice, Mayumi.
I'm sure there's nothing that could possibly be insensitive about asking this.
Oh, who knows?
He's out there among the cosmos somewhere.
Date, I did some research on her husband, Ota's father.
Actually, asking her this was a waste of time.
His name is Matsushita Takaro. He died of myocardial infarction 5 years ago.
You know, Oda's not here. You wouldn't have had to lie about that.
What? What is going on here?
Date, I noticed something.
Only one something?
Can you look at Mayumi with the thermal imaging turned on?
I can see forever. That's creepy.
Do you see it?
It's just staring directly at me. It's like a jack-o'-lantern or maybe a bob, depending.
Part of her brain is blue.
That might be due to low blood flow in that part of the brain.
Well, that explains that.
Which means...
Mayumi has an illness.
She has a terminal disease. But what about Ota? He also has a terminal disease.
I have checked her hospital records.
I know I bring this up like every video, but you should not be allowed to do that. That is super illegal.
For the past 6 years, Mayumi has been suffering from dementia.
That doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
Dementia.
Symptoms vary considerably, but Mayumi appears to be afflicted by memory loss. She seems to be missing memories.
I see.
That would explain why she didn't recognize us, why she doesn't remember that Oda's in the hospital. I'm not sure it would explain why she thought she was doing something other than what she was. At the time, we were conked on the noggin, though.
So that's where those weird comments were coming from.
Unfortunately, it does make
She
her
run a
rather
diner like that?
lousy as a witness.
It isn't running.
What do you mean?
It took some anti-nasal congestants.
Matsushita Diner has been closed for 8 years.
And somehow we just didn't notice.
Matsushita Diner is near the Kabasaki district. It is not technically within the restricted area. However, after the chemical plant explosion, the number of potential customers must have dropped considerably.
You know, I would really appreciate just like a consistent map we could pull up whenever we wanted. That would make my life a lot easier. I mean, we've got a map of the time and space. It's not really the same thing, you know? Adrenocorticotropic hormone. Stress stimulates the adrenal cortex and secretes this hormone to heighten senses and increase defense functions. This is secreted on a daily basis by the author. Oh, Uchikoshi. You poor bastard. Anyway, we do have a good record on BL in case that's important. Alright, we know ASAT's catchphrase. Shovel Forge. A masterpiece of sandbox video games in which you create structures by stacking cubes on a map. A sandbox game refers to games in which there is no story or goal, allowing the player to just relax and play. The name Shovel Forge is a parody of a certain popular game in the same genre, which I will not mention, for legal reasons. Let's have a record on dorks. A loser. Geek. Known for their fondness for jawbreakers. Illuminati confirmed. A secret society allegedly founded in Ingolstadt, Bavaria in 1776. Originally just a private club of university professors and students, but now it has become... Actually, I better stop now, before I mysteriously disappear. Illuminati. Alright. Now map, that's what I was originally looking for.
Before the accident, this diner managed quite well due to its proximity to Bloom Park.
Not the only blooming done in Bloom Park now was the film Bloom from the explosion, so...
Patrons from Bloom Park would often eat here, being the cheaper option. But Bloom Park closed 8 years ago.
What was the less cheap option? Maybe the chemical plant explosion was just a gang war between two rival diners going way out of hand. It wouldn't be the first time.
The customers stopped coming, and then, naturally...
So they do stop coming. I can't believe Smash Mouth lied to me. Date. Aiba. Kaneda. Tetsuo. Dathron. Tara. Chief McLeod.
Does Mayumi not notice that the store's closed?
Man, there's a lot she doesn't notice, apparently.
I do not think so.
Because of the dementia?
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Oh yeah, better believe it. Because they haven't restocked that stuff in a long time.
Well, is that all? I have to start preparing for the dinner shift.
Well, asking about the chocolate obviously wouldn't help any. Mayumi stood and went to the kitchen. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
Date, let's go. It's better that you leave things be.
Just let it
Right.
be. Mayumi is in the kitchen. It looks like she's cutting vegetables or something. Well, this whole visit was broadly a waste of time. Let's swing by the central hospital. I guess we'll just have to go to the source. The source of all things. Boom. Man, these drives feel so much shorter when you don't have to go through massive circuitous conversations just to get there.
Are you okay?
Hello, my child.
Tate.
The nurse told me you were here.
Yes, just resting. Iris's surgery was successful. They told me she would be fine. After I heard that, a weight left my shoulders, and I just collapsed.
She wound up hitting her head, and now she's the one in the hospital. Oh, the irony.
It seems that she passed out and was brought here.
Okay, I was just joking, Jesus.
Yeah, the nurse told me.
Weren't you there at the time? Shouldn't you have known that?
but I'm fine now.
We've had some trouble, but we're fine now.
I feel much better.
Actually, there's a window. Alright, good talk. Anything on TV? There's an LCD TV on top of the bedside table. It's a proud member of the LGTV community. But it's curtains for you. A curtain used as a divider.
Peekaboo.
Pardon me?
What did you just say to me? I'll have you know my father died in a game of peekaboo.
When Iris was little, we used to play hide and seek. Seeing that curtain made me think about it.
That's adorable. A bed. Equipment used for monitoring vital signs. It measures heart rate, blood pressure, and body temperature on the monitor. It's very shiny. Alright, any bodies in the cupboard? Doesn't look like it. Well, madame, can I ask you to tell me what's what? She told me is sitting next to the bed. She looks exhausted. Alright, let's start with the obvious question. So your daughter is currently missing an eyeball. She. It her.
Iris lost her left eye.
Yes, I know, I was there at the time.
They haven't found it yet.
Maybe the murderer ate it. I don't know.
If the optic nerve and blood vessels are intact, they told me they might be able to restore it.
You know how squishy that stuff is? I highly doubt it.
But I'm thankful she's alive. When I was young, I lost someone very important to me.
That sounds important.
Monica Eli, my best friend. One of the only friends I had.
That's a name I don't believe we've heard yet.
While I was waiting for news from Iris's surgery, I started thinking about Monica. And I felt like I was going to lose my mind.
Seems like everyone's falling apart today. This is a game where bad things happen to moms.
That must have been very painful.
Yep, sure sounds like it. This is a very weird variant of the Sigma Chad meme, but I'll allow it. And Oda, do you have any opinions about him?
I'm so thankful for Oda.
Well, stop.
No, words don't even do it justice. Oda saved Iris, didn't he?
That's a bit of an assumption.
I heard the police talking about it. If Oda didn't go to the warehouse that night, Iris would be dead. I really don't even know what to say.
That makes two of us.
It's frustrating that there isn't a bigger word for thank you.
Have you tried anti-disestablishmentarianism? Legally, it doesn't mean thank you, but good luck finding anyone who knows that. And we're obviously not done here yet. We can't just say goodbye.
Oda was actually one of my students. I was his teacher in elementary school.
The world shrinks once again.
Even back then, he had such a strong sense of justice.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Not that I'm one to say, but I believe he grew up to be quite an amazing young man. He risked his own life to save someone else.
And he did nothing else in all his existence.
His mother must have raised him well.
That, might have been difficult for her, considering. So I'm really sorry to do this, but I was told last night you don't have an alibi.
Hitomi, what were you doing around 3 a.m. today?
Where were you at that time of the moida?
I don't mean anything by it. I'm just doing my job.
I was sleeping at home. The police came and picked me up around 4 a.m. That's when I heard about all this.
Her testimony matches what was in the investigation material.
The cops came to pick her up around 4?
Correct.
How long does it take to get from Hitomi's house to the warehouse?
20 to 25 minutes by car.
So... if we're just talking purely in terms of, you know, when did you go there, the numbers would have worked out.
And the polar bear ran out of the warehouse at around 3:15?
Correct.
If you're fast, you can just make it.
Do you suspect Hitomi?
Not necessarily, but...
It is curious. Alright. I doubt whatever this is will be as easy as just asking, but...
So, Sejima? The politician?
No, So Buttons, the famous seamstress.
Yes. We believe they might know each other.
I don't think so.
Alright, good talk. I'll be leaving now.
Sorry for asking you so many questions at a time like this.
I have more event flags to trigger.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine, actually.
I should go.
I must go now. My planet needs me. Alright, let's go check in on Mizuki just on the off chance this gets us something shiny. Then we can go pick another fight with a congressman. Gas, 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 you gotta step on the gas.
Hey Mizuki, could you take a break?
Not now, Date, she's on a roll.
I want to ask you something.
She's pumping the irons, can't you see that? She's getting large. I mean, she obviously isn't. I mean, look at her. She's like a wriggling little fetus, but you know what I mean. Can't even look at that window. That window's just a figment of our imagination. Is it because or in spite of the fact that this is our own home that we can't actually look at anything in here? There's just a pot just sitting out on the desktop. Just ready to go at a moment's notice. That feels quite relatable. Let's just pull the trigger on this. God, we have so much to say to one another.
Listen, I get it. I'm really sorry, Mizuki.
I'm sorry a person was murdered in reasons that have nothing to do with me.
Yesterday, I went to meet up with the Yakuza gang. The Kumakuras.
We're pretty sure they're not related to the murder, but you know.
Remember Mama said Renju had some connection with them? So I went to question them. But of course, I couldn't take a little girl with me.
Taking a little girl to a crime scene. What do you think this is, an Ace Attorney game?
You understand, right?
I'm not afraid of any Yakuzas.
She ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I'd make their hearts stop beating in 3 seconds.
Mizuki, that's murder. You can go to jail for that.
Girls shouldn't talk like that.
That's awfully sexist of you. This is why no one thinks you're attractive.
I'm attractive.
I hate children and I hate Date. There is no good guys in this argument.
Uh-huh, keep telling yourself that.
Just let them fight.
That's why you haven't had a girlfriend in 4 years.
My girlfriend is a ninja. No, she's just hiding in the shadows.
I'd say that sounds like a more interesting title than this, but honestly, no, that sounds like the most generic light novel concept I've ever heard.
Sure. So what do you want to ask me anyway? I saw the video. The one at 3 a.m. last night.
You were awake watching videos on the internet at 3 in the morning. Wow, me too.
Ota is amazing. I'm changing my mind about that guy.
No, don't. Stop.
Iris and Ota came out of it okay.
I mean, if you ignore the hospital bills, and the emotional trauma, and the fact that they're both now missing at least one vital organ.
They'll both live.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Don't know why you're thanking God. He wasn't present that day. What do we
Okiura
expect
Fishery
you
is
to
a company Grandpa made.
know about Okiura Fishery? Like, we were just told it wasn't her dad's company.
I don't think Daddy had anything to do with it, though. Grandpa died 17 years ago. Someone else is running that company now. They aren't family.
Alright. So who was Grandpa Okiura? Is he someone I need to care about?
I never met him. He died before I was born.
I sure hope he's not someone I need to care about. I don't like caring about people. It's too much effort.
But Daddy did tell me stories.
Yeah, were there stories about the war? I hate it when old men talk about the war.
What kind of stories?
Back when Grandpa was in Great-Grandma's tummy, she was on a passenger ship that got shipwrecked in a storm.
God damn it, not this shit again.
She had to have the baby out on the ocean.
On the ocean?
Yep. And then Grandpa was raised by dolphins.
Okay, I don't think that part really holds up.
By the time he was 10, he was catching fish with his bare hands.
But how did he eat? So how did he eat for the first 10 years of his life?
And then Grandpa got up on land and learned language and culture and stuff. And then he decided to start up Okiura Fishery.
Sounds like a tall tale.
Yeah, Grandpa was a legend. All the fishermen and sailors respected him.
Does being a good fisherman mean that you can start a fishery company that, like, gets Hololive money? Or founding Hololive money? That doesn't... Those seem like unrelated skill sets to my narrow perspective. That can't be true. Gee, thanks, Dottie. I really needed you to explain that to me. But there's a part of me that's thinking... maybe. There's another part of you that's thinking about boobs, though, so let's maybe not put too much credence in you. After all, Mizuki herself seems superhuman. I'd believe her grandpa was an incredible man. Alright, what happened to Officer Jones?
I told her to go home. I said I would call her to check in.
Okay.
Did you?
Why are you disappointed? Did you want to meet her?
It's not like that.
You wanted to see her boobs?
I hate children. I think they should all be eradicated from this planet.
I thought you were more into small boobs, pervert.
I like big boobs too.
I suppose you are what they call a tit man.
Can we leave now?
Thanks for talking with me, Mizuki. It was helpful.
Was it?
No, it
I
objectively
have to
wasn't.
continue the investigation, so...
Wait, you're leaving me again?
Yes? You are 12 and I am a man with a job. That is life. Also, you constantly talk about how much you hate me and wish I would leave. You fucking idiot.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
No.
Why?
I can't involve you. This might be dangerous.
It's okay, I'm strong. You know how strong I am, right? You were the one who knew how special I was before anyone.
It was 1 year ago. I noticed something strange when Mizuki came home from school.
Hey, what happened?
Why didn't you launder your clothes? And why didn't you close your mouth when you were chewing that Jolly Rancher?
Who did this to you?
Some kids at school. 5 or 6 of them. They said I was a weirdo because I don't live with my mom and daddy. And they teased me.
Yep, just give them the cheap, generic, tragic backstory so I'll forget what a bitch they are. You think you're the first person who's ever tried to run this on me game.
And I got mad and I told them to go away and they hit me.
Tell me their names.
5 children are going to jail.
I'll teach the little punks a lesson.
Date, wait. Adult intervention will not solve this problem.
That's what they want you to think, you gullible maroon.
Mizuki has to deal with this problem herself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure getting the people who hurt her thrown in jail counts as solving the problem.
Mizuki, come on. It's time to train.
Remember kids, violence is only the answer if it's performed by the weakest and most vulnerable among you.
What?
I'm gonna teach you how to kick their asses. We're starting right now. Get ready.
Alright, let's roll.
Why
Hey,
the shrine?
You wanna pick up the pace game? I'm kinda trying to make content here.
The shrine is the perfect place for special training.
It is?
You feel better when you train in quiet, serene places like this.
Is that how it works?
Sure, whatever.
First, I'm going to teach you 4 secrets to becoming stronger.
100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 10 miles of running every day, and I drink plenty of juice.
Follow these 4 rules, and you will acquire power beyond your wildest dreams.
Okay, but if Date starts talking about cleaning your room, I am leaving.
Date, are you playing a character or something?
I'm not Date. While we're in training, I am Master.
That's a tree. Yep, that's a tree, alright. Alright, what is the correct order to deliver these? Preparation goes first,
In a
that
fight,
seems sensible.
you must first be victorious in your mind.
Like thinking I'm not gonna lose?
Exactly.
Okay, that's easy.
I do the same mental preparation before going to a strip club. Before I go in, if I tell myself that they're all out of my league, then they will be.
I mean, if you don't tell yourself that, they still will be.
The mental fight has begun the moment I put my hand on the door.
Yeah, I see. Actually, no. That's stupid.
Alright. That's...
Mizuki, do you know how to win any fight against any opponent?
It involves always carrying a shotgun.
Don't get in a fight in the first place?
That is a respectable answer. But no. The way to win any fight is this. Hit them first, and hit them hard enough to finish them.
You can't have any enemies if you kill them all very quickly.
I kinda get it, but
Of course, I'm not saying that's how you should behave. But thinking about this will make a big difference in a real fight.
yeah, okay, I get it, but... Seriously, Date, are you like acting or something?
I mean, he clearly could. People don't just naturally become this punchable.
Not Date, Master.
What? Why?
It's important that you eat healthy and drink plenty of waters.
The best training you could ever have is to be mindful during your everyday life.
That sounds exhausting, Date. That's an unrealistic standard to hold a person to.
Diet and exercise form a strong body. And if you are always maturing intellectually and emotionally,
Then everyone will think you're a nerd.
you will always be able to anticipate your enemy's first move.
Only their first move, though. Their second will definitely catch you off guard.
I get it. But you're so messy. Does that mean you can't fight?
Only when there's porno mags involved, apparently. I'm still upset that's like a plot point I have to think about.
Hark, the blowing of the wind through the trees.
You can't just say something cool to avoid my question.
Well, he didn't say something cool, so I mean, I guess we're all doing alright for ourselves. Order has been restored to the cosmos. And lastly,
Like, when you get into a fight, aim for the heart?
that would work.
No, it's the opposite. You must kill your own heart, Mizuki.
Remember, children, the most important thing is that you have no pity and no conscience.
What do you mean?
If you are going to fight, you must suppress any mercy or emotional attachment. If you have even a mote of sympathy within you, it will be impossible to fight to your potential.
So only get in fights with people you really hate.
Do not think of your opponent as a man. Think of them as a target, a punching bag or a board.
Just a punching bag. Huh.
I mean, that's how I think of most people already, so...
Anyway, practice these 4 truths, and you will get stronger.
This sounds like a scam.
I mean, Date just has a way of sounding like that.
Believe in me.
See, now that sounds even less trustworthy.
If you do as I say, you'll be thanking me in time.
Are you sure?
And how about we do a baseline test? Show me what you've got.
Huh? How?
Let's see. How about you throw a punch?
Just pick it up, curl it up into a ball, and huck it as far as you can.
I can guess your strength from that.
If you say so,
She's thinking so hard about this.
I'll give it a shot.
I mean, I can't blame her, it's a very technical process.
First, close your eyes and concentrate.
Like this?
Exactly. Then, punch forward.
One punch!
Huh?
I can't believe Kaname Date is fucking dead.
How is that?
See, you could have just cut the scene there and we would have got what you wanted us to get, game. Kotaro Uchikoshi. Never uses 10 words when 100 will suffice.
You don't have to be nice. I know I'm weak.
Hey, I thought you died.
Hey, by the way, did you swing back at those bullies?
No. I didn't do anything. There were a bunch of them. I didn't think I could.
I see. She doesn't know her own strength.
I suppose not.
You don't say.
Mizuki, let's just say I think you should be more confident in yourself.
Really?
But never ever strike your master. That is a must.
Always two there must be. A master and an apprentice. But which is the master and which is the apprentice?
Yeah, you're right. In fact, you're so strong you scare me sometimes.
Yep. This is a realistic mystery game.
Well then?
Well, so Buttons.
No, I can't take you with me.
Why not?
Because I took responsibility for you. I promised Renju. I can't put you in danger.
What are you going to do? Punch the bullets? Actually, I wouldn't put it past that game. It would be a massive shark jumping moment though, so I really hope they don't.
That's not fair. Bringing up Daddy.
Will you please stop saying that?
Iris and Ota feel the same way. They don't want you hurt either. You have to understand, Mizuki.
You have to understand we've spent like half an hour on this one bit.
If I need your help, I'll let you know. When the time comes.
Really?
Yes,
Promise?
I promise. Let's go, Iva.
Where to?
Well, I mean, gee, I wonder. Alright, Sajima's the biggest unknown quantity in this case. I really hope talking to him gets us something interesting. Or I'm going to start talking about game design. And that's not a thing any of us want. Sajima residence. Do they have a thing that goes doink?
How did you get in?
I walked.
Hopped over the fence.
Yeah, your front door was unlocked.
That's trespassing, you know.
My baseball landed in your backyard. I was just trying to get it back.
But Dad, you're a weenie. A weenie who hates baseball. Look at this bush. That's a big moss ball. No, actually it's a well-manicured tree. Must be a topiary. It's not a big moss ball, it's actually a fairly modestly sized moss ball. The lantern. A garden lantern.
Well, that is strange.
It's not green.
Why is Reika from the Cabaret Club over there?
That's a lantern. It doesn't look anything like her.
Is this... I understand they're trying to do a joke, but I don't understand what the joke in question is. Ooh, look! Rocks. A garden stone. The
Look,
pond
Iva. A giant salamander.
is mirror still.
Mr. Sajima is a wealthy man. Perhaps it is his pet.
Really?
Maybe it's baby dragon. That could certainly be our murder weapon. There's an arch-shaped stone bridge over the pond. I don't like the way this guy's looking at me. You want to start something, huh? The bodyguard is standing completely still and motionless. So, if you want to shoot the boss, first aim for his horse. Tell me about the Yakuza.
I don't know anything.
Clearly.
Even if I did, I couldn't tell you. I'm sworn to confidentiality.
You're very helpful.
Congressman Sajima was at home all Friday and Saturday.
Gee, it must be nice not having to work for a living.
How about from last night until this morning?
He was in his bedroom, resting.
Can you prove that?
My word should be enough.
Aiba, are there any security cameras in the mansion?
There are several, but for some reason, they are all powered off.
That kinda defeats the point, my good man.
There is no image data for the past few days.
Really? That's too suspicious to ignore.
Well, we have broken some of the progress, at least.
No?
It's this girl.
I showed him the picture of Iris I had.
Cute.
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh boy. Everyone loves the A set. She's a terrific athlete.
You just said cute, didn't you?
I did not.
You did.
Did not.
Did?
This is how most of my conversations with Eva wind up going.
I said shoot.
Why would you say shoot?
Look, I said I don't know her, all right?
Alright. We're gonna have to actually make progress at some point. Alright, well, color's my underwear.
Sleeping, of course. Why? What happened?
Did you not see the news?
No, I've been reading a book.
You don't look like the type.
I don't know what happened, but whatever it was, I had nothing to do with it. I told you yesterday.
I mean, you didn't really tell us much.
My relationship with them is perfectly legitimate.
Hey, Aiba.
Your perfectly legitimate relation with this criminal organization.
You were still in the middle of the story about So selling and buying the Kawasaki land.
I put that off for a while. You'd think a computer would be better at organizing things.
Oh, we can continue that later.
Can we? Can we really?
I don't. Who is that?
Showed him the picture of Iris I had.
This girl. Do you recall seeing her?
No, I've never seen her.
I detect no noticeable rise in So's body temperature.
This guy's a politician. Lying is his job.
Alright, so this isn't actually helpful, any?
Well, true.
Are you finished here?
I think we are.
I'm just getting started.
You won't get anything, no matter what you ask. So Sajima has nothing to do with your case.
It's my job to decide that, not yours.
I'm the professional here, you're just a nameless background character. I outrank you.
Okay.
Okay, 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 okay.
I didn't want to get rough. But if I need to, I'll feed you to the koi.
I don't think koi eat meat, actually.
I'd like to see you try.
Date, he's not all talk.
What?
Check his body.
So is feeding the koi in the pond. So if you fed me to the pond, you would be overfeeding them, actually. Why are you looking there? What? You mean that bodyguard is carrying a weapon? Perish the thoughts.
This guy has a handgun.
It is, of course, real and loaded.
As loaded as a baked potato. I mean, I've also got
So
a
you're
gun.
carrying, huh?
What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb.
I don't think he's acting, Date.
I should have you arrested for firearm violation.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The gun you have on you.
I don't have a gun.
I know that you do.
You got a way to prove it?
I could search you.
Oh yeah? How?
With my hands, ideally.
You need a warrant for that.
Yes. The impotence of the law in the face of the lawmakers.
Are you finished?
Pretty chunk.
If you are done here, I'd like to ask you to leave.
Yeah, I'd like to ask for a lot of things, but you don't hear me complaining, do you?
Date, I don't believe we can accomplish anything further here.
So this entire sequence was a waste of our time.
It's better for us to return to HQ.
This is why I hate politicians.
Boy. Such a well laid out game. Okay, so have we got literally anything out of this entire sequence of like, what was that, like 5, 6 different areas we just searched? Because it feels like everyone said we don't know anything.
Before we reach HQ, let's summarize our investigation so far.
I mean, we found a chocolate at the crime scene. That seems like it.
There is only circumstantial evidence linking So Sejima to the new Cyclops serial killings.
But the fact that he's switched off his security cameras the entire time they've been going on is very suspicious. Also, it's only been like 3 days, so you can't call this a serial killing. It's really more of a spree killing.
I agree, but there has to be more to it. The Kumakuras had connections to both victims.
Sejima had connections to the Kumakuras.
So has a connection to the Kumakuras. There's a common link there. They have to be involved somehow. So also might have connections to Iris.
Because So appeared in Iris's Somnium?
Yeah.
Making out with a naked blue dude. Like you do.
I am more interested in the hired guns that So uses as bodyguards.
Okay,
I
how
did some
so?
research and discovered that Mr. Sejima hires substantial security. If all of his security staff are this heavily armed, Yakuza gangs pale in comparison.
So trying to start trouble?
Unknown, but there is definitely more than he is letting on.
Maybe he's just paranoid. He seems like the type who would have a lot of enemies. Alright. Mizuki?
Mizuki did not have any new information about Okiura Fishery.
The only purpose to talking to her was to foreshadow that she has superhuman strength for some reason. And that did not take as long as we needed.
Currently, it seems there is nothing linking that company to Renju.
Again, aside from, you know, his name on the label. You know, the label of the company. You know, they label companies like tuna cans. Tuna cans which you could get from delicious, nutritious Okiura Fishery brand tuna.
Still, something's not right.
Poor Mayumi has had her brain fried.
Mayumi is suffering from dementia.
It's not proof she's not the murderer, mind you.
If Mayumi followed Ota and Iris, it is highly likely that she saw the person in the polar bear costume. But...
But.
She might not remember.
Correct.
And our boy, is this going to lead to like a big amnesia? We have to like find the correct trigger evidence or trigger words to un-upfuck her brain, because that'd be obnoxious. I'm very tired.
Likely because you haven't had a good night's sleep.
Also likely. Oh, he just like me, for real.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been this busy.
If my body were made of flesh, I would offer my lap as a pillow.
Aren't we driving?
What?
Absolutely disgusting.
You can't say something like that out of the blue. God, now it's awkward.
Alright, do we have anything that is actually, like, related to the case that we didn't know before we started, please?
There is an important piece of news.
Please, something I beg of you.
What is it?
The Odoroki Man chocolate found at the warehouse.
Oh, thank God.
Fingerprints were found on it.
The only piece of actual evidence we have in this case.
Whose?
Mayumi Matsushida's.
Well, that doesn't tell us anything we hadn't already guessed.
What?
Mayumi bought the chocolate at the convenience store 812 on Koshu.
You know, it's like 7-Eleven, but they like to go one step beyond.
This was captured on security footage.
A security camera?
812 stores are commonly called 8s.
I don't believe you.
8 is not far from the Famisto where Ota stole the station wagon.
Still not over the fact that Ota did in fact steal a station wagon. It's already there in a van.
Hold on a second. I'm having trouble keeping the facts straight.
I mean, you've got security footage of both incidents. Can we throw up a timeline or something?
Allow me to summarize.
Please.
I thank you.
The chocolate was purchased yesterday at 10:33 p.m.
That's the same time Ota stole that car.
So they were in separate places.
Correct.
What conclusions can we draw from that?
Unknown.
Mayumi doesn't seem like the sort of person who could easily get around a vehicle. She also doesn't strike me as the sort of person who should be trusted in a vehicle. Curiouser and curiouser.
All that is known for certain is that Mayumi bought the chocolate at an 8 store last night. And that same chocolate somehow ended up in the warehouse.
Could be from Oda or could be from Mayumi. Given how far it was found from Oda, Mayumi seems more likely. Maybe if we just like directly confront her over her specific location, something will break. That seems incredibly contrived.
Did she go there and drop it?
It is possible.
Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. No, bad Mayumi. Bad.
Well...
Bad. So buttons. Oh, thank God, an actual plot point.
Sorry to interrupt your brainstorming, but there's a call from the boss.
Boss, please tell me something important has happened.
Connect me.
Date, did you hear that Iris's operation is over?
Has she regained consciousness yet? Can we question her?
Yeah, I heard about it at the hospital. She made it, right?
Yes, but she's still unconscious.
Okay.
She's currently in the ICU. No visitors allowed.
Alright.
Ota, however, seems like he can talk now.
Oh, joy.
He's out of treatment?
And I'm out of patience. Let's go.
Yeah, he's in a general ward now.
Got it. I'll head over.
Let's
I'll meet you
roll.
there.
Oh God, Ota and Boss are going to meet. I can only imagine how this will end. Alright, almost 6 p.m., but not quite yet.
How are you feeling, Ota?
Is it as bad as you look?
You know, surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm still under anesthesia, so I don't have any pain.
Alright, that's good.
I'd hate to see you suffering after all this.
Ota, I'm sorry to put this on you right after your surgery, but can you talk to us for a minute?
Boss got right to business after introducing herself. I don't know why, but Ota seemed almost happy to answer. Ota, I hated it. Okay, thank you. God damn it, sorry. Sorry, I was so surprised when you showed up. I did, in fact, just drop my Joy-Con. 1 second. Of course, it landed on the other side of and anyway, Iba, hello. Hello, Iba. Anyway. Hi, Eva, it's nice of you to... nice to see you again. Sorry, I'm very distracted. Have you been enjoying the game? Have I been enjoying the game? That's not an easy question, actually. Like... I remember before I started playing this, before you recommended it to me and I started... actually got it. I remember a friend of mine told me they thought it felt like a weirdly, direct, straightforward step backwards from the Zero Escape trilogy, and I kind of see where they're coming from. There isn't really a big pitch. Like an obvious hook like the Killing games or the Nonary games. So I feel like we're kind of just spinning our wheels as it is. People die, we investigate. Nothing really comes of it, another person dies. I also cannot front, I am not particularly fond of any of the characters we've met thus far. That said, I am still, interested where... Well, it'll all make sense in due time. It feels like you're just going around in circles by design. Yeah, I trust that's true. I have sat through 3 of Uchikoshi's previous games already. That doesn't make the first go-around feel particularly good. That said, I do appreciate that we're actually, getting a chance to investigate at all. That was something you didn't get a lot of in the Zero Escape trilogy. Like the little puzzle with the weights in Renju's crime scene. Where you get the elevator and you're, running the numbers of, okay, cross-check, Renju's weight by the weight of the 3 kegs he was weighed on, plus the bear, yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I hope we get more of that at some point. I feel like most of this episode has been taken up just going around talking to people, and then having them insist there's no reason we should be talking to them. And okay, I thought the characters were charming, but I can see why people might disagree. It's not for everyone. Yeah, I know Uchikoshi is the sort of person who really likes anime sex joke humor, but I don't remember Junpei or Sigma being anywhere near this bad. Maybe it was the drugs, maybe it was the high from surviving a life or death situation. Or maybe it was because he saved Iris.
Yeah, sure.
Or maybe it's just because he's staring at Boss's teats. I can see your eyeline, man. I know what you're thinking. I have spoken to you approximately 5 times more than I ever wanted to. Now we're gonna do it again. So, Ota, I can't help but notice that you assaulted me last time we talked. Can we talk about why you're not in jail right now?
Oh yeah. You hit me over the head with that walk, didn't you?
Oh, that was...
I'm still mad that you fell for that, Date.
I thought I needed to protect Tessa, so...
Guess we can call that your walk of shame. I made that joke last episode. But our audience is different, so I need to make sure everyone appreciates just how clever that was.
Isn't there something you want to say to me?
I'm not apologizing.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Date is literally the only police officer in human history who would accept an apology for actually getting physically attacked.
It's okay. But you're not gonna get a second chance.
I won't do it again. I swear on Ganesha.
Yeah, well, what's Ganesha got to do with the price of tea in China, huh?
You should swear to a god that's a little closer, kid.
Nerd. Also, Eva, I saw you got your new emote / sticker today. That was pretty neat. I like it. It makes me feel seen.
Her surgery was successful, right?
Yeah, it's just a remake. Yeah, the other emote that, made me feel seen, I believe I've already told you. I'm very easy to imitate. All you have to do is pretend that you're incredibly tired. You and me were like this. Tired souls. You know, I always liked Tired Souls too. I know ever since H-Bomb made his video essay about it, it's sorta like gone downhill in terms of its public perception, the greater fabric of the series. But I don't know, I like slower, more defensive gameplay.
Yeah, thanks to you.
I don't think he did the surgery, Date. I think he was indisposed at the moment.
If you weren't there, Iris would have been in real trouble.
I'm Tessa's biggest fan.
So I've heard.
Any fan would have done what I did.
So I've heard.
It's nothing special. It's as normal as garlic and ramen.
You know, I can't imagine why you aren't making your novels a success.
I think that depends on preference.
Honestly, I'm a little bit scared of my new power.
Please stop talking.
When I locked eyes with that polar bear, I saw him start shaking. He saw how strong I was and got scared, no doubt.
Clearly.
Ota's body temperature is rising.
Oh boy, how come this mechanic only works on people we don't need it on? It's like... I was gonna compare it to the mechanic to L.A. Noire, but that was, the facial expression reading from that game. Which, I mean, was very funny in a very corny sort of way, and I'm glad it was there, but... Don't know if that's no. You ever played L.A. Noire, chat? Seems like the sort of thing I should maybe stream at some point, but quite frankly, it just seems a bit overdone. And I'm still not over that, Never played it, but it seems cool. It's like alright. Didn't really blow me away on any fronts. I mean, personally, I'm just still mad about that bit where the objective contradiction of, you know, those glasses. You don't know what I'm talking
He's
about.
embellishing his story quite a bit.
There's a bit in that game where, like, you're faced with an objective contradiction, but the correct answer in gameplay terms that, like, gets you more progress is to literally say it's not a contradiction at all. And that makes me very angry. And I have never gotten over it.
I think we can let that go today.
Yeah, you're right.
No. I want to see him squirm. There aren't a lot of opportunities to actually, like, poke holes in this kid's story. Anyway, we can ask who stabbed him, even though we already know they were wearing a costume.
Were you watching the stream?
What about you, chat? Were you watching a stream?
A big polar bear.
Duh, bear.
Yes, I'm talking about who was inside.
Ba-chunk.
Did you see them?
No.
That would be too easy.
Whoever it was probably wearing that costume to hide their identity.
That is what costumes are generally for. Alright, now that we've triggered all the flags, we can talk about something that actually sounds helpful.
That's...
You know, that thing. You know, that thing. We all love that thing. It's our favorite that thing.
Sorry. I promised that I wouldn't tell anyone.
Then I'll tell Iris about your fake accounts. You know what happens after that, right? Everything you built up here is gonna come crashing down.
And God knows how little you have left. Iba's my favorite, though. She's just a little friend. Iba is... Honestly, at this point, I just find Iba confusing. It feels like Iba is 3 unrelated characters, and which one is going to come out isn't clear until after she's already started talking. Like, sometimes she's a robot who goes like, confirmed and unknown. Sometimes she's like a stereotypical tsundere, and sometimes she just goes on about bugs. I don't know, it's weird. She acts a little sillier in the Somniums. Yeah, I mean, even like immediately before you showed up, she was talking about lap pillows and shit, and that just made me uncomfortable. And he looks at me.
But I can't tell you.
Okay, the one time I actually decided to go through with it.
Why not?
And I look at him.
Calm down and think about it.
Alright, why are you covering for this Moidra?
The criminal who attacked Iris is still out there. Iris might have seen the criminal's face. Whoever did this might come back to kill her.
You only still one of her eyes, she can still see fine.
No.
No, that's not true. That's impossible!
If you want to protect her, the fastest way is for us to catch this guy.
I mean, his story makes sense.
But to do that, I need information.
Alright, Oda. Do you have any positive qualities whatsoever?
Okay.
Apparently. Congratulations, you've passed the lowest bar we could find. So, let's start with the topic we were still on when we dropped off.
Remember when I told you about my day Saturday? I kind of lied a little.
You know, you only committed a little bit of perjury, it's fine.
What did you lie about?
When I got to Sunfish Pocket, I saw a sign that said the place was all rented out. That part is true.
Okay.
But after that, I said I went home, but I didn't. I was hanging out in Akihabara for a few hours.
Is that when you bought your new phone?
Yeah.
Why did you hide that?
Because something happened after.
Okay, convenient witness testimony. Here we go.
This must have been about 8:50.
You're a bit late. It's only around 8 where I am.
I was going to cross the intersection in Akiba, and I saw Mr. Okiura's car at the light. But when I got close, I saw Tessa driving it.
So she can drive, and she was in the car.
Iris was driving it?
That's not good at all.
Whoa! You surprised me!
I'm more surprised than you are. Is something wrong?
Quite a few things seem wrong if you ask me.
What do you mean? Hey, Tessa, do you have a license?
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
She's just got it in her back pocket. No, wait, she's a woman. Her clothes don't have any pockets.
Not have one.
I gave up on that pretty early.
You don't have a license?
Shh. Mr. Okiura asked me to run an errand. I had to borrow his car.
That seems not at all suspicious.
Please don't tell anyone.
Okay.
You promise?
Anything for you.
Yeah. chill just ran all the way up my spine. Alright, not be suspicious, challenge impossible. She's a VTuber. Can't very well look normal.
After that, the light turned green and she drove off.
Was Iris the only one in the car?
Yeah, it was just her.
They talked briefly about what sort of car Renju drove back when we were investigating, the first murder, but I don't remember. Would there have been enough room? I mean, worst case scenario, we could have just been back at the trunk, but...
That's what I meant by that thing.
Oh, you know, that thing.
And idle driving without a license is a huge deal. So I kept quiet.
You didn't do a very good job of it, did you?
Saturday at 6:15 p.m., Ota saw Iris and Renju together.
Mm-hmm.
They were leaving the Sunfish Pocket building. 2.5 hours later, Ota witnessed Iris driving Renju's car.
It's not a good look.
What are your thoughts?
This is sounding really bad for Iris.
But consider the current circumstances.
Yes, that is the rub.
Iris had her left eye taken out by a criminal who is possibly the new Cyclops killer. And if Ota had not reached her in time, she would have been killed.
This was a thought I was chewing over between streams. When we first started the game, when we were looking at, Shoko's body, that was all we had to work with. The evidence did wind up pointing towards Renju. And a few hours later, Renju turns up dead. We investigate Renju's case, and the weight limit on the elevator tells us the most likely suspect is Aset. Now Aset turns up missing an eye. I don't know if the culprit's doing that on purpose, but it's assembling itself into quite a pattern. Of course, now that we have a witness statement, I'm not sure how an external culprit, if there is one, could have arranged this. Which just raises further questions.
What is going on here?
Alright. So, what happened between when you left and when we showed up?
You mean after hitting you with the walk?
Yeah, that.
Yes.
The one person in this game I actually have a case against, and I can't send him to jail. That's deeply upsetting.
I took Tessa in the van and we ran away. I drove for a while, then we decided to take a breather.
Good foresight. Yep, just assault a cop and run away. Where? We'll figure it out later.
I parked the car at Famisto on Koshu. I told Tessa I was gonna go in and buy something to drink. I got out of the car, and I went inside. But then, I heard Tessa screaming. Ota, help! I ran out of the store as fast as I could.
Okay, this is starting to make sense, I guess.
But the car was driving away!
Can't help but notice you didn't see anyone.
I looked around, and I saw there was a car with its engine still on, and...
The station wagon, right?
Yeah. Before I even realized what I was doing, I was behind the steering wheel.
God, that car model looks like something out of Initial D. It's so plastic. Maybe it's just because it's not being lit in this, like, you know, hypothetical model just floating in the void. Void.
I didn't mean to steal it. I just needed to borrow it.
You only accidentally stole the car, it's fine, chat.
The time was 10:33 p.m.
The weather was sunny. The moon was between Capricorn and Virgo.
Now we know why Ota stole the station wagon.
And knowing is half the battle.
I took the car, then drove out onto Koshu, but
But.
I couldn't find the van anywhere. I searched for what felt like hours.
But was in reality only 15 seconds. You have a weird perception of time.
You didn't contact the police?
I thought after I hit you.
I mean, that was the most sensible thought you've had all game.
You shouldn't have worried about that.
But that's all that I was thinking at the time. I thought that if I called the cops, they'd arrest me.
Why do you keep doing that thing with your eye? That's weird. How do you see? Your iris is most of it covered. It's creepy. You're creepy. Stop being creepy.
I wasn't thinking clearly. I was panicking. And that's why I didn't realize it right away.
Realize what?
My phone. I left my new phone in the car.
Alright, I'm pretty sure that wasn't planted deliberately. And if it was a deliberate plant, we would have found something on it by now, I imagine.
Why is that so important?
Because the phone had GPS on it. If I looked it up, I would find the location of the van.
Okay, no, wait. That's an important bit of information.
Smart.
So I drove as fast as I could to an internet cafe and looked it up.
Fortunately, Oda has an encyclopedic knowledge of every internet cafe in the city. Because he keeps getting kicked out and having to find new ones.
That's when I found out my new phone was at a warehouse near the water. You know the rest. Did you see me turn off the saw?
We did.
Yeah, but everything after that was off screen. What happened?
Well, given the amount of blood we found and that you're talking to him in the hospital, some of this is sensible.
I honestly don't remember much. My mind went blank.
As opposed to how you are normally.
I remember rushing the bear.
Da bear.
And I think I was fighting him for a while.
I guess all that Tekken did wind up paying off.
And we got tangled up. And then, before I knew it, he got me in the stomach with a knife.
And that's the reason this stream is called what it is. We finally got there, folks. Alright, do you have any leads on who Da Bear is?
Just to make absolutely certain, you didn't see who was in the suit?
No, I didn't.
Voice? Body type?
Social security number, credit card number, 3 funny digits on the back.
Nothing. Sorry.
Anything at all you can remember?
I'm sorry, I told you everything.
I don't like it when you look at me like that while talking. I do not like this, Ota. Its smug aura mocks me.
I can't think of anything else.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Date, look.
You're hesitating.
Oh, come on.
Oh, Oda, you sit upon a throne of lies.
After all this, what is he trying to hide?
Alright, this chocolate, I have a theory as to what it means, but I'd appreciate some confirmation. I took the chocolate out of my pocket and showed it to Oda.
Does this jog your memory?
Oh, that.
You poor bastard.
What? Do you know something about it?
Man, that really gave him a frighten. Maybe he's got a food allergy or something. Stop making that face, you 24-year-old child.
You don't have to show me the thermograph. It's written all over his face.
Unlike all the other times, apparently.
Absolutely. Date, Ota is acting strange.
But, like, in a different way than usual, we mean.
I advise caution.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? What do you mean, what do you mean, what do you mean? Enhance. Oh. Oh. Oh, Oda, you are just living down every negative thought I could have about you today. Where'd you even get that, man? You're in a hospital.
He's holding a knife.
Why does he have that?
In any case, you know what you have to do now.
I know what I must do. I only pray that I will have the strength to follow through. Chunk.
I know.
A man is going to die tonight.
Let me go! Let me go!
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Shut up! Just let me go!
And good night.
Sleeping gas. Now you've done it. I
Yeah, I gotta
can't
get me
question
some
him
of
like
that.
this.
Man,
But you can still get information.
How about we going into another Somnium? Because the last one went so well. 8:15. How long does it take to set up a Somnium? It sounds...
As you know, the limit is 6 minutes.
It sounds like it should be a complicated process, but...
Won't be a problem. But, are you sure this is okay? Ota just came out of surgery.
If anything happens, I'll take responsibility.
We're just getting progressively more and more risky with each Somnium as we go in. First we went into, like, a child. Then we went into someone we had just gotten into a fight with. Then we went into someone who'd recently been stabbed. Alright, here we go. I say that, but if this loading screen would... I'm in the box.
Can you please take me with you?
Look at her, she's so tiny. If it fits, she sits, as they say.
As long as I have Wi-Fi, I don't need anything else.
Sorry, we can't have pets.
Our cruel landlord will not allow it.
Cold-hearted old man.
Well, we appear to be inside. Yep. Don't steal my feelings, Date. They're all I have left at this point.
Seems to be.
Not a manga cafe? Or an otaku shop?
I mean, apparently traumatic memories are more important than really embarrassing nerdy interests.
No, but a warehouse is a commonly used location in live-action dramas.
Okay, you two, can you please cross that finish line already?
I know a lot.
Predicting this, I did some research on Ota's taste.
I see. By the way, are you smaller?
Either that, or everything else is bigger. Interesting.
Okay, place your bets now. Is this a Ota has a complex about how short he is thing, or an Ota thinks women are just smaller thing? Vote now on your phones.
Hey, that's...
Da bear. A terrible posture.
Iris is about to be...
She's not half the idol she thought she was.
Stop right there!
Oh god.
The heavens call. The earth cries out. The crowds roar. Now calling on me to strike back against evil!
You know, I had put my Super Robot Boys playthrough on hold. Maybe I should bring that back at some point.
Hold on, Tessa! I will save you!
Okay, yeah, it's right arm up, left arm over. He's doing the pose correctly. We're all good. All is right with the universe.
Yeah!
Shout out to Simple Flips.
I will protect Tessa!
Oh god. Don't do that pose. Now I'm just thinking about your titties. Your man titties.
Is this from the stream we saw earlier?
This is Oto's memory of it.
You are living down to every negative stereotype I thought of you.
It appears to be a bit exaggerated.
You and the woman you claim to love almost died.
Alright, let's help reproduce the memory.
Somnium scan! Activate!
Alright, let's just take a gander out. Is this gonna be another branching path, or is it just a matter of seeking a way out? I don't like the way that bear's looking at me. I don't like the way that Oda's looking at me either. Sinking in the Swain. What does former cracked writer Michael Swain have to do with this? Save Iris. Save the world.
Curse you, polar bear! I will vanquish you!
I don't say vanquish enough anymore nowadays. That's a very fun word.
If I rush in, I'll slip on the ice and fall! Like this.
Alright, think. 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 Our hero, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn it!
Curse you, the ice. You foiled my plan for the last time.
If that, I'll have nothing to show for it! All of it amounts to nothing. What will I do?
I don't know what that was exactly, but the knowledge you gained might be useful.
So we gotta make the ice not be there.
I did not want to use my local storage space for this.
Straightforward enough. Alright. We did do our little intro to the Somnium, but I think we're gonna have to save actually playing it for next time. These Somnium usually take a while, and it is getting fairly late. If this does actually break out some useful information, which is not guaranteed when we're here in our Somniums as last showed. But if we do get something up, this might be our first big breakthrough in the case. So that's something to look forward to at the very least. But until then, I think we're going to be leaving off today. So, thank you all once again for coming. And until then, I guess I'll be seeing you all. That's a nice image to leave us off on. I'll be seeing all of you in the future. Thank you all very much for showing up today. I will be seeing you all later. Please be sure to take care of yourselves. I don't want your death being the next one I investigate. And until next time, goodbye.